Morning, my friends. I'm live Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa here with a whole lot of weather to talk about. So let's get into her. We have obviously cold temperatures. We also have an actual weather system. It's not a real robust thing, but I'll show you that coming into tomorrow and Wednesday, we'll get kind of a widespread snow in that everybody will get into some. So we'll get to that, and then heavy lake effect on the way. So here's kind of, what we're looking at. The current radar, there's some snow in the northwest corner of lower Michigan, maybe a little bit in the southwest corner right now, although southwest had 6 to 8 inches in places. And then you see the two pieces to the storm system off to the west. One area in Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, and another area to the south. Well, let's get into it and show you the modeling and how that's going to work. Give me just a second to get it the right size so we can all see it. How does that sound? Okay, there we go. All right, now here is here's the European model. Okay, as we go through the week, right here. This is tonight, tomorrow. Notice how the storm system in the Gulf Coast kind of stays down there. Hey, good morning, Kathleen Weber from Grand Rapids. And then we go to Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday evening. And notice how an area of general, what I would call light snow develops, but it develops over all of Michigan, lower and all the UP. And with that kind of flow of northeast wind, you could get some enhancement in places like what we call the sunrise side, Alpena to Tawas. And then the thumb also could have some enhancement there. That's where the green areas you see. So basically what I'm trying to say is Tuesday afternoon and evening and overnight turns snowy. And then into Wednesday, still continued snowy. And then we look to Thursday as colder air comes in and it takes on more of a lake effect, a classic lake effect situation. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we'll look a little closer, and a disturbance on Monday reinforcing the lake effect. So yeah, guess what? Guess what I'm trying to get at here. Winter, real winter. Accumulating snow for all of lower Michigan first, Tuesday to Wednesday, and then heavy lake effect, not 2 inches, heavy, 6 inches or more, a foot or more in places. Real winter. It's here now. Gas up the snowblower. All right, I'll settle down now. Next Monday and Tuesday, still the cold air around, but notice then, and we're seeing this about 9-10 days out and lasting maybe for a week or so, a milder pattern comes in. Not hot, not 77 like we had last week, 35 to 45, and the snow melts some. Here's a look at the same model, but it gives you a little bit less squiggliness all over the map and gives you an idea of the snow. So this is Tuesday afternoon, 1 o'clock, and Tuesday evening and Tuesday overnight and Wednesday morning, Wednesday afternoon, evening. In the afternoons, it can still, hey, thank you, Kimberly Zeismer. Yes, feeling a lot better. Is Port Huron going to get hit? Yeah, Port Huron, you'll probably get a couple inches of snow out of this. Let's see here. And then we go into Thursday, and Friday, and we transition to lake effect. Now, this is Friday morning. That's a northwesterly wind. That's solid bands of lake effect in the southwest corner, northwest corner, and across the UP. And then we go to Friday night. It continues. A little trough comes down. It enhances it in the northwest lower. And then we go into Sunday, and we're looking at same deal. Snow once again, not breaking in down until about Monday next week. All right, how much? You ready for this? And, a lot of times I give you the caveat that I think this pattern is double or there's going to be a lot of melting. Well, the ground's going to be getting pretty cold here pretty quickly. So most of what falls should stick except some melting during the middle of the day. So this is probably a real forecast here. All right, let's go through Tuesday and Wednesday's snow. This might be a touch heavy. So I'm going to call Tuesday, Wednesday snow 1 or 2 inches from Grand Rapids to Flint southward. Maybe 2 or 3 inches in the Thumb and Saginaw, Bay City and Midland, Mount Pleasant. And with that northeast wind, maybe some enhancement to a 4th or 5th inch in the northeast part of the state and around the Grand Traverse Bay area. Okay, so that's not a heavy snow, but that's a real snow. And that's everywhere, not a spotty type thing. And then we go into the lake effect. And we go into Sunday night with the lake effect. And we're talking 6 to 10 inches of snow in your classic areas, Kalamazoo, maybe Grand Rapids, over to Holland and down to Benton Harbor, St. Joe, and up the shoreline, Manistee, Ludington, Benzie County, Leelanau County, through Traverse City, into the northwest and across the UP. So guess what? It's a real winter pattern that we have there. Temperatures. Today, upper 30s, we'll call it. Tomorrow, upper 30s. Wednesday, mid to upper 30s. So you see the afternoon temperatures can still bring some melting of the snow and some transition over to rain, even though it's a cold pattern. But at night, I'll show you, it's going to be ample cold, if that's a word. Thursday. Now look at Friday, highs in the 20s, and Saturday, highs in the 20s. Is that reinforcing shot of cold air? Wendy Reed, will Augrey get snow? Yes, she'll get a couple of inches on Tuesday into Wednesday. It looks like probably 2, maybe 3, maybe 4. But plan on 2. Next Monday, highs only in the low to mid-teens. Highs, that is January. And the next Tuesday, upper 20s for highs. And next Wednesday, as we head toward Thanksgiving, a rebound. Not to 77, but maybe to about 35 to 45 degrees by the time we get around Thanksgiving. Low temperatures, 20s. Tomorrow morning, mid 20s. Wednesday morning, upper 20s to low 30s. Thursday morning, mid 20s. Friday morning, low 20s. Saturday morning in the teens for low temperatures. Good morning, Ed Johnson from Waterford. I always hear good things about Waterford. I need to go there sometime and check it out. So many little cities around the Detroit area that I haven't been to. Sunday, lows in the teens. Monday, lows in the lower teens. Tuesday, with the fresh snow, below 0. Remember, this model has a little bit of a pitfall of being a little too cold out in the future, and then we start to warm up. Pamela Todorov, what's the normal high today? Hey, great question. All right, let me see if I can just find that on the fly for you. Give me just a second here. It's a good question that we need to keep a track of. Let's see here now. What are we at? We're at November. Bear with me a second. We're at November 14th already. Yikes. All right, so can you see that? Yes, you can. Those are the normal high temperatures for today. 47, Saginaw Bay City, Flint, 48 in the southeast, 47 in Grand Rapids, low 40s in the north, and upper 30s across the UP. All right, so it's a week where you better expect to see snowflakes. You better expect to see maybe the grass disappearing at times. And then as we get into the second half of the week and the weekend, you better just plan on like, really? And not be shocked. If you're going to drive around the west side of the state this weekend, do not be shocked when you're into real winter, real danger, slip off the road type weather. It's here. All right. Hey, good morning, Levon Caraba. Hopefully you and Ed are doing well. And Jojo, you have a great day also. Thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update. I already have a post up that lets you stare at the snowfall totals. Now I'm going to highlight the second thing on the weather agenda, and that is the warm-up that looks like it's coming late November and early December. I better start doing this warm-up because I always get caught. You know, it makes it to 43 and somebody says, I thought you said it was going to be warm. Warmer. Okay. Probably flipping to slightly warmer than normal, but by that time, you know, our normals would be low 40s in the southern part of the state. So when I'm talking 45, yeah, that's slightly warmer than normal, as opposed to now, highs later this week are going to be 20 degrees colder than normal. Thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update. It gets real now, and for several months, we know that, about 6 months as it is. So take care. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa.